souls. Greetings, beautiful souls. I don't know if it started to recording now or before. So the greetings. And thank you for joining us today thank you for joining us today for a beautiful ending of the year, for looking back at what 2014 brought to us and what we can look forward to 2015. But before we start all this beautiful journey, I would like us to join in the one beautiful united energy with something that we are learning for many, many years that we awaken here on the earth and in this lifetime, and something that we have been doing always before, to one with the energy, with one with all. So as I speak the language of light, greetings, beautiful souls. I don't know if it started to recording now or before. Just join this. It's too much excited energy. I'm so excited. All right, so let's join all together in one beautiful energy. I'll speak the language of light and we extend our soul energy toward each other. And as I send my beautiful energy from my heart to yours, I hope that we will connect as one and we'll experience this session as a one entity, as one, and there's no fear, there's no doubts, there's no anything else, just to believing in yourself and believing in what you do, what your experience is, and what is going to come or happen next. So deep breath in. Talon la santi ha la sonti unti ha son. Talon la sonti unti ha. Alon ti unti ka. Alon si unti ha sa. Alon ti hunti ha sa. And I becoming one with all of you. I have chosen to be one with all of you. And if you choose to sing, just state it in your mind that I choose to connect with everything that there is. I am connecting with the higher energies, with the love and light frequencies, with everything that there is that serves me in only positive way. And now we will call for the Kuan Yin energies. The Kuan Yin brings the jewels of the release. And we will call for the particular blue-violet colored jewel that looks like a lotus flower and is the energy that comes in your heart. And what this energy will do for you, it will help you to assist you in a karmic release, because there's a huge thing that we are going through now. And it's a beautiful, loving energy. It's just very empowerment of the love and helps you to ease those symptoms of the releasing and understanding what have happened and what is supposed to come. So if you wish to receive this energy, just again take a deep breath in and release all your worries and all your expectations. And just to follow my voice. Kalalia Santi Onta. I call upon Kuan Yin energy to assist us at this time today. I ask and thank you for the jewel of the lotus flower, of the karmic release that comes in our heart chakras. Making imagine a beautiful violet and blue colors really shining around you. And there's a pink and violet coming from the earth and sort of merging together. It is like you are sitting in this beautiful grid set of the rose quartz and the amethyst, which has been actually set for us to join with our energy today. So there's that energy of the amethyst and the rose quartz that's coming from the earth. And there's a beautiful, empowering dark blue energy and indigo blue energy and shining violet lighting from the universe. And all that energy is merging in your body, the beautiful crystal energy coming through your feet and up in your chest, feeling your heart chakra and this beautiful, solid, grounded and loving feeling. There's this beautiful blue and violet energy coming from the universe, bringing the empowerment, understanding, information and love in your heart. And there comes the goddess Kuan Yin with a beautiful lotus in her hands and offer this lotus to each one of you. And you can accept this beautiful lotus flower and put it in your heart. Breathe the energy deeply in and let it spread all over your body. And you can state in your mind or out loud, I am ready to release my karma, my karmic debt. I'm to release the vows of the past lives and the galactic lives. I am ready to step in my true self and be myself, and using and utilizing my energies without any fears, without any guilt, without any doubt. I am love, I am light, I am joy, I am peace, I am change in this world. And the blessing of the universe, que la son tiunta, la muin, que la atlantiun, te la sierra, Tulu, Alpien, Essentiel. All right. And now, if you are ready, we can begin. I truly felt to open with this little energy work because the Kuan Yin has been on my mind for about 2 or 3 days now. And we did it with our class here yesterday. It was and it's a really beautiful opening to the new energies and the year that is happening. Now, when I was sitting here in my office today and preparing what I'm going to say, I always go with these little fears. How do I explain what is in my heart, what is in my soul, and how to put it into the words that you can understand? And perhaps you will sympathize with something what I say, or they will remind you the similarity, what's going on in your life. And you says, oh, okay, I can do it, or this is what's happening to me. And all I could feel is to believe in yourself. Believe that you will find those right words. You don't need to sit here for the 2 hours and write down the notes. I do have a note. So remind me some thought. But truly the message is to believe in yourself. And that is the message of today. You can do amazing things when you believe in yourself. When we went back 2 years ago, where it was the December 21st, 2012, there were so many fears. Everybody there were so many messages that the world is ending, that it's going to be catastrophe, or that the aliens will come and only the chosen one will go to the spaceship and to the move to the new earth and so on. You know very well what kind of the messages those were. And then there were messages that says, hey, it's going to be a very ordinary day. There is a shift. There's a definitely energy shift that is going and happening. But that energy shift is in the energy way. It is not visible to the naked eye and not such a horrible things or exciting things. It's going to be happening. And we went through 2012. There's been a huge high and there's been a huge low. And we sort of learned that, okay, there's been a lot of instilled fears, and we can continue. We have to build up our future self and to see what's going to happen. And the reality, the Mayans calendar ended, as we know, but the new one started. And again, it is the energy way that started. But what started happening now again, some people start, or religions, the people, the spiritual leaders, or whatever you can call them, start to instill the new fears. So yesterday, somebody just posted this article on my Facebook that's in between, I believe, 2015 and 2030. The Earth's gonna be, there's apocalypse coming. Sorry for the pronunciation. And again, there's gonna be the end of the world, and so on and so on. So I'm sitting here with my guides, and it goes like, why is this happening? So what I really want to address today is the fears. We have to learn to become ourselves. We have to learn to understand what we should fear and what we should not fear, what we should follow and what we should not follow. 2014 has been a year of doing. It's been an exciting year of starting many new things. You know for yourself that you went through enormous transformation. Whenever you have been awakened, I don't know, decades, or it happened last year. You went through enormous transformations, and you have put many things into literally a movement, a spinning. You started some things, and some of you finished, and some of you didn't finish. Some still needs to be finished. But if you follow the energy, if you follow that nagging and intuition, that is actually your intuition. Maybe somebody excited you about do this. Maybe you heard some channel message or just felt inspired watching the movie or listening to the song or just looking into the nature. But you feel inspired and you act on that inspiration. You put in a motion of your energy. You are doing the things. You are still doing the things. Even though we're coming to the end of the year when it's dwindling down a little bit and we definitely deserve to have some rest. It was a year of doing. And so nobody really paid much attention of this, what's going to happening, and these fears kind of lowered down a little bit. There were some of them, but they were very much focused on our own evolvement or starting the new business, changing the one work into another work, and so on. And now the 2015 is a year of becoming of your truth. It's becoming of your energy. And again, it doesn't matter if you have been on this journey for 10, 20, 30, 50 years in this conscious lifetime, or it happened last year, it happened yesterday. It is a chance to become your true self. It is a chance, as we accepted the Kwanini energy, to do a deal with your karma. The deal with karma doesn't mean that, you have been bad in the past, you have stabbed or killed somebody, or have done something bad, and now is the karma following you. For some, it is. But for majority, it may be just a release of all the vows. It may be, that you have you fell from the bridge, you drawn in the water, and you have a fear of the water, and that fear is encoded in your karma. And you have to release it. You have to deal with it. If you want to move forward in your own energy to becoming your true self, you have to deal with the fears, whenever you like it or not, because the fear is the major factor that holds us back. And believe or not, the fear is actually the earth-based feelings. Up there in the universe, we don't feel that fear. They are cautious and a different kind of the energies. But the fear is very much the earth-based. And the deal with the fear is one of our major lessons. It's almost like we have to go through the dealing with the patience, and now we're coming again to dealing with the fears. Understand them, release them, understand them, accept them, acknowledge them, and then release them. When there is something that you can understand, why I'm afraid of this and that, it makes this huge bam click in your head. It's not that you will really hear it out loud like that, but it is something that connects those brain cells that are just resting or sleeping and are not working yet. And it expands your brain function. Will you become the genius? You don't have to necessarily, but you may understand the things that the other people don't understand. That's what the high brain capacity does. You may understand how this constellation or how this energy affect this and that, instead of just understanding the mathematics or the physics, depending definitely on your unique energy, on your unique DNA. What is it gonna do for you, and how deeply you understand and how deeply you can connect this all together. And so the fears and the prediction and end of the world. So how different it is when the spiritual people will be telling that there's going to be UFO, only the chosen one will go. Only those awakened and enlightened one will move to the new earth. It doesn't make a sense. How it is that the religion says that only those who believe, in the God and pray in the God and go to the church every Sunday and paying the money to church every Sunday and so on will be enlightened and will be whisked away when this end of the world will come, and the rest of the people will be suffering in the pain and the fire on the earth and so on. Doesn't really make a sense. And I can go on and on about the many examples, but we don't want to do this. We want to learn how to deal with this, how to distinguish what is right and what is wrong, because that is definitely important for your own development and your own energy, what it is. First of all, there's no energy that wants you to follow them blindly. Whatever I say or anybody else, it is not right to follow it blindly. You have to question, and you have to learn to use your intuition, that gut feeling that every single one of you has. When you read a message and then you write me, oh my God, Eva, what is it about this Galactic Federation? Are they true? Are they not true? Are they right? Do they lie? And not, and then I get this 30 minutes channeling to listening and 5 pages to read. And I said, oh my God, I cannot do this. The day has 24 hours. I cannot read all these messages and so on. So what I do to teach the intuition, to learn to distinguish the messages, what are there. It doesn't matter if it's the UFO United or Galactic Spark or Lights of the Unknown or whatever it is. You have to, whatever message there is, and come. And it may have a message through development. You have to learn to use your intuition and how to apply to energy to you. What does it speak to you? You know, you take a deep breath in and you read a message that may not sound as positive, and you says, is there a warning for our future, what we have to do, or is there something that just doesn't make a sense, and these people just want to scare of the other people and control them in the fears? Because you know what, when you are afraid, you are the easy control. When you are afraid, people can take advantage of you. They can make a lot of money of you. They can take your energy and have you as a little puppet for the rest of your life. And that is what the energy is teaching us, to become ourselves. It doesn't mean to be a rebellion and go against everything that you know. It means to be united, to join as a one and work as a one huge force in these changes and creating the world that we want. The new earth is here. New earth is not anywhere else. There's no another planet coming up. My opinion, my guy's humble opinion, or there's no, you know, the entity that's gonna whisk us away to the better life and so on. It is up to us to bring our energy and make this place a wonderful, wonderful world. Earth is an essential part of the universe. Earth is like until we self-destroy ourselves. That is, you know, something that cannot really be controlled by the guides, because if we decided today to blow up the earth and destroy ourselves, they cannot prevent it, because they cannot really change the things for us. They can guide us, we can get that feeling, do something different, but they really cannot go and change from the black to the white or red to the blue and so on. So anyway, exercise, very simple way how to decide what it is right for you, what is not right for you, is to use your physical body as a human pendulum. I have this explained many times before, but I very quickly forward. You take a deep breath, very quickly. You take a deep breath in, and you exhale all the air out, and you ask an obvious yes question. For me, am I a woman? My energy rise upward. It may rise any way for you. Upward, downward, left and right. It rises one way. You feel that energy movement within your body. Now, obvious no questions. Am I a man? For me, it is downward. I'm not a man. I'm a woman. So that's my obvious no question. So here I have a yes and no question. If I don't really, I'm afraid to follow that gut feeling that I am right or I am wrong. When I'm reading this article, that really scares me. I use my human pendulum energy. Is this energy, is this article that I just read about the UFO United Federation, for example, very silly example, but example. Is this correct for me? And I breathe that energy in and out, and I have to feel 3 times answers, either 3 times yes or 3 times no, because no negative energy can lie to you 3 times in a row. And that comes to everything. And then I can say, okay, this is not a message for me. Many people may love it, but it's not a message for me. It doesn't resonate with me. And I refuse to be controlled and to be in fears. And once you learn to do this, you will become more and more of yourself. And I believe, and that's what my guide speaking, this is the 2015 energy, to really learn us to navigate between the fears. Yes, you can see, you know, as this prediction goes, economy is not good, you know, there is definitely many problems in this world. But if we all just gonna be sitting in a fears and the back seat and waiting until something changes, somebody comes and the change, it's not gonna happen. It's just gonna get worse. That's why we have to start our little communities. That's why we have to start little communities. That's why we have to start to teach the others, to show that healing works, and so on and so on, and really distinguish between those who wanna be the leaders and who wanna be the spiritual talkers and who wanna be those who will control you after the religion, or into those who have the highest interest for you in their heart and who help you to be yourself. The true teacher is the one who help you to grow beyond his or her own abilities, who really will be there like your mother, to looking at you and says, you know what, sweetie, I want you to be better than me. I want you to go to the better school. I want you to have better life. I don't want you to suffer like I did. I'll do everything that is in my capability, in my energy, and in my power to help you, push you as far as I can. And this is what the loving gods have for us. This is what the earth has for us. This is what the people who come here and they start remembering their energy have for you. One for you, my note here on my paper is that the Pleiadians are not show-offs. Again, you go to this, the sites and you see, oh my God, this is the true Pleiadian, this is the true Syrian, this is the true Andromedian. You know what? They are here. There are the people with amazing abilities here, but those who have them, they are not show-offs. They are not bragging about their abilities. They are humble teachers. They are humble people who share what they have. Of course, there is sometimes need that you accept the energy back, because we live in the energy exchange world that we need to survive here. So it is completely acceptable. These people with a loving energy are not those who walk on the water and showing it off to everybody. And maybe I'm wrong. Again, use your own intuition. This is what my soul family is about. This is what my soul speaks of. This is what I connect with everything that there is. And I see it a little differently, perhaps, than the other people. I have been always different than the other people. But now I love it. I love it about myself. And I'm not afraid to say it. It is not to argue. It is to express my opinion in a very loving way, which I consider as a loving way. And I want you guys to do the same. Don't be afraid just to follow the crowd. Everybody go like, whoa, yes, this is it. And he says, but I don't think this is it. And maybe the people are not ready to perceive you, because there's this group of the whoa, hyper people. And then you says, but I see different. Then look for the people. There are other people. I guarantee you there are other people who see it different than you. And you create your own, maybe the group or the support of the people who believe in the same thing. And eventually, we may see that instead of just having a group here, group here, group here, we actually believe in the same thing. We just call it indifferently or have a different opinion about it, and so on. So it is, again, the understanding yourself and becoming the one of the with everything. By means, do not become a victim of your fears. As you go through the spiritual journey, and as we'll go, through the 2015, there's gonna be again a lot of ups and downs, and those highs are really amazing. That energy now that we can experience, it's so dizzying and beautiful and amazing. And then, you descend down in your physical life, in your 3D body, even though, your spirit and your soul is wildly high dimensional. You are in your physical body, because if you pinch yourself, it hurts. You have to eat because your body craves the food, and you have to walk your kids to the school, and so on and so on. You have to deal with your earth life, and you will feel that you're walking in the two worlds. The one world is this amazing world where it's just everything great. And there's this physical world that is cold and empty and hard. And there are these moments in between that are just very sad and very heartbreaking. And you have to really understand yourself that now you're coming to the point when you can choose your future, when you create your future. I want to share this story with you. It was, I believe, on Monday. I had a really low day, and I could feel everybody who were suicidal. And I had this feelings of, it's okay to leave the body. This world is really just, it's a difficult world to live in. And of course, I know that this is my mission and this is where I'm supposed to be. But it is a very low feeling. And I believe I had to understand that I experienced that energy, that I tap into that energy so I can more deeply understand it. I could feel the people who really commit to suicide, how they feel inside, how they are empty, and how they just don't have that faith into what's going on around, how they feel that they are not needed, that there's just no mission, there's no purpose in this lifetime, and they just quietly disappear. They think in their mind that they quietly disappear and they will not be missed, that they don't hurt anybody, and they just leave. It's almost like, I am not existing, and instead of just seeing me, you won't see me. It will be the same. You won't even notice. And suddenly all these people around, whenever it's the family, the friends, and so on, of these people who commit to suicide, who goes like, oh my God, we haven't seen it. We just haven't seen it. He was withdrawing inside, but we just failed to see it. We haven't seen it. It is there's no really, I couldn't see who's in the fault. Is it the one who feel the emptiness and the loneliness and that he's not needed? Is the family and the people around them who could not see him for who he or she is? I think that both are guilty. I think that both, both sides have to take that foot forward and says, you know what, I will fight. I will believe in myself, and I believe that my presence here is important, and it truly is. You have no even idea. Sometimes I think, why should I share my messages? Do you really want to hear it? And then I said, you know what? I'm going to put those questions away. I believe that in my heart, this is it, what I came here to do, because it lifts my energy. It gives me my purpose, my missions. I absolutely love it. And even if there's going to be just one person listening on the other side, I feel that my job is done. And there is this enormous energy coming back, beautiful energy. And so it is working. And I want you to see it for yourself as well. When you come to these low moments, when you come to this, oh my God, this word is coming. Where is this word coming? See yourself as that fixer-upper. You are that light who just have to shine a little bit harder, a little bit more. So those other ones will see you. If somebody would perhaps walk by this person and who wants to commit suicide and who's very quiet and doesn't talk about it, because we know that who talk about it usually just are seeker of the attention, not, to be here the judge. But I'm really speaking of those who don't say anything and just to slowly withdraw. And I now here around the holiday season is when you get more sad, you get more emotional, you get more withdrawn, and it's just hard in this world. You may not have enough money, for the gift, the presents to the children. And me as a child, I went through the few Christmases when we didn't have enough money for the presents. And as a kid, for us, it was good that we had a TV and fairy tales on the TV and the tree and the food, and it was okay. But I know how my mother suffered inside, how she felt and how heartbreaking it was for her. And so please know that spend the time together and just paying attention to one another, it's enough. It's all what it needs to be. And when you come to that low feeling, put yourself up, give yourself a few times, few hours perhaps, to feel sad or understand your feeling. And then decide what is that I need to do. Whenever it's to just to clean up the neighborhood. In the Chicago, I live in the Chicago, it's an extremely dirty city. And whenever you stop, sorry to Chicago, but it's true. I live in the Maine, where everything is just clean, and then you come to the Chicago and you see the pollution, just bottles, papers, mess all over the street, everywhere. And I was thinking, oh my God, there's the people with, the sign, they're homeless and hungry and so on. And it is sad to see that, some of them can, I tell you, this one, that there was this gentleman who was just dragging his leg behind him, and he looked very, very ill. And so everybody was giving him money. And then the other day I drive through the same intersection, and the man saw the friend. Suddenly his legs straightened up and he ran like a healthy person. There was nothing wrong with him. So that some of them fake it. And what I wanted to say is, what if these people would just go and clean the garbage up there and says, okay, here I clean the garbage, would you give me $1 or $2 or $3 for me cleaning up here? I would give these people, instead of just standing there and walking around with a sign, if they do something and we all learn, okay, we're going to give you money. We drive by here and you're cleaning earth, you're cleaning here, and we'll give you money for it. I think it would be a wonderful idea. If it's going to happen, who knows? But just I don't know where it came from, but just to talk to the talk, that we have to put our foot forward. There is, you have to be that force in this world to push the others to do better, or to change, or to change the things. And again, that is all to coming to yourself, to your own energy, and becoming of yourself. You becoming your ancient selves. You have a capability to remember everything from the ancient Lemuria to coming over here. That capability or that gain is not really to make up this supercomputer that's going to make everything for a carpet cleaner and the floor cleaner. I can use one, but hey, I'm going to live without it. But I mean, it is to remember how to live in society, how to grow the healthy food, how to take care of the earth, how to preserve this earth to be for our future generation. And then there's our future selves, our higher selves, that's connecting with us as well. And that future selves have many answers, know what happened in the future. But that future selves really cannot come to you and tell you, hey, tomorrow's going to happen this and this and this. And so you move here and there, so you're going to be okay. The future selves can give you just that intuition, the gut feeling, what it is that can be, that can happen. But we have to learn to combine all this to three particles to ourselves, because it's your future self, is your current self, as your higher self, not past self. Get too excited here. I'm thinking in my mind about the Tom's project that he's going to talk about for a little bit. So I'm sidetracking here. It's your lower selves, your past, everything that came here with you from the first time of the incarnation that your soul carries. It is your current self that is in this lifetime right now. That's the most important energy in this world. And it is your future selves, your higher selves. You're the one who is already connected with everything that there is and bringing it all into the body and combining it all together. Now, in a few moments, Tom's going to come here and he will share with you about the projects that he came up with and that we came up with as a unit. And it is something that he has been giving the information since 2012, but he could not completely understand it until about 2 weeks ago, and he hardly slept for the last 2 weeks because he's getting this information in his sleep, and it is rather exciting. So he's gonna come here with us and share with us. But before he comes, I want to say the one thing yet. I'm probably jumping from one thing to another, but I hope it makes sense to you in the end. If you hear anybody predicting, let's say, that we will find some scriptures that will says, okay, in the 50 years, there's going to be a famish or there's going to be an illness. Now, what does it mean? Why do you think that these people, if we will exercise the possibility that this is a right and correct message that has been not altered or changed for us to fear or help us to be controlled by the others or so on. If you receive message like that, because sometimes they receive this messages, something is coming. It is not for you to be afraid. If your higher self, your soul family sends you this kind of messages, it's for you to change it. It's for you to take that step forward and change it. It is not for you to live here 50 years and says, hey, in the 50 years, we're going to die. So why would I have to grow in the 50 years? Why would I have to strive to put my money into building the community instead of taking my children to the Disney World where they would like to go, or to the Hawaii for the vacation? Why would I sacrifice, when I know that this world is going to end? It's absolutely not true. If the reader received the message, for example, that tomorrow you're going to be hit by the car on the Diversey Street when you will be crossing to Diversey and the Harlem, then that means that you should not go to the Diversey and Harlem. It doesn't mean to call the family and send them goodbye and to your life. It means that you gave a chance, you have received a chance to change your life and start over, to do it over and continue in your journey. That's what it means. So if anybody sees the message that there's an apocalypse coming or there's something bad coming, it may be the warning for us, says, hey, do it differently. There's some change needs to be done. So it will not go this way. That's what it means. It doesn't really mean to be scared and to give up and put us into the fears, because you know what? That's not going to work. Serve us in the most highest possible way. Because when you create out of the fears, you just create more fears. That's what it is. When you create with the love and the belief, with the faith, you make that shift into the future. You make the changes coming. One last thing that I want to talk about is about the ascension symptoms and the dying. somebody, again, yesterday I read this message that, you know, somebody is afraid that they're gonna die when they awaken, that there's a lot of people who awakened that passed away to the other realm. That's one of the ascension symptoms. Well, I don't really agree with it as much as the other spiritual people would say so. I know several people who got a chance to redo their soul contract and who literally died and came back. Not physically died, but their soul died. The coming of the rebirth, actually today, the solstice, the winter solstice, the druids and the pagans celebrate as a rebirth of the sun. But it is a rebirth of our bodies, our energies as well. We mark end of our journey in our physical body, yet we came to the time when we do not need to physically leave the body. So I don't believe that physical dying is an ascension symptom. You know, when somebody says, hey, they ascended, they die. When your time comes, it is time to go. But if you have a purpose, if you have a mission, your time may be extended. And I am a true believer in this. I left my body about 6 years ago, and I came to this beautiful crystal city, and I knew it's not my time, and I came back. I left my body in the meditation, where it was beautiful meditation with the alignment of the Pleiadian and 3 pyramids in the Giza, and I knew I had a choice, and I knew my mission here is not finished, and I came back in my body, and it was a choice. I had an accident in the summer, as somebody of you know, and it really ended up just with dislocating my elbow, but part of me went through the time when it was the end of my contract, and I have a mission. I work on my mission, and I learned what I'm supposed to, and there's enough work for me to do. There's actually a benefit in staying within your body, because when you awaken, and when you get to the point of the energy that you're supposed to have in this lifetime, you can let just the part of you die, your soul and inner soul energy, your old energy died, and you embrace the new energy within your soul, and you continue on your mission. It has a benefit because you don't have to go through incarnation process, and you remember everything. So you're literally coming to your adult spiritual selves. So please don't be afraid that when you awaken and when you get all that energy, you're gonna die. Absolutely not. If you wanna stay here, if you feel your mission here, then you have a chance to be here. It is really your choice. When you come to the end and you know that it's time to go, then you feel it and you are content and happy about it. But if you want to stay here, you have that choice. And I know several people who receive that choice and who continue on their journey. So don't be afraid of that. So Tom, if you can hear me and want to join us, please come. Tom is on the other computer looking at the chat room, or controlling the chat room, talking in the chat room. And Tom's gonna share about the project that we're going to start, that we're gonna do for the whole year 2015, and it's the 100-year project of the Jump into the Future. And it's really exciting. It really will, Tom's gonna explain it to the way how he received the information. I have to tell you, when he started to talk about it, I was like, really? Okay. I don't know. And I'm a rather skeptical person, but then my guides showed me, and I could really connect the visions that I had in the time of my awakening, which would be about almost 11 years ago now, which I could not understand what I'm seeing, what I'm receiving when I have seen the community, a holistic community, and it all makes sense now. It's all coming together. So Tom, whenever you are ready, join us. We're gonna jump from the same computer. So I hope, guys, that you're gonna have a great and wonderful 2015. You will embrace everything that there is for you, and don't be afraid. Don't let those people scare you and everything like that. The life is gonna get better. When you talk to your own energy and you read your own energy, it is just great. Now, Tom gets the chair. I want just to say, how you can train your energy literally. It's like you can train your own dragons. Okay, imagine your energy is your dragon and you can train it. No, now seriously. We learn the habits, we learn the energy habits. And one quick example I like to use is when somebody slaps you. When you are a kid and somebody always slaps you, you have that reflex kind of to duck away and just go away from that blow. And the same you can do with your own energy. Same you can do with when something good happened to you. You just give yourself that feedback, and your body's gonna crave that good energy back again. You know, when I don't know, we do the great meditation and you join with the people and so on. It says, oh, that felt good. Just give yourself a second to acknowledge that felt good. But now let's welcome to Tom. Hi, Tom. Okay, I scoot over a little bit.
Hello, everybody. I know I'm usually in the background and I don't make too many appearances, but today's a special day, and we have a project, as Eva was saying, that we want to announce. It has to do all about energy. This thing came to me 2 years ago, right before 12/21/12, and I couldn't figure it out. These numbers kept coming to me and these visions, and just recently, about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, it started fitting together. So I think I'm ready to present it. It's still a little bit confusing, but we have 1 year to complete it. What it is I'm just going to show you a sketch, things that come to me at night. I don't know if you could see it, but it's just weird, all these numbers and figures and everything. And what it's telling me to do is to project our energy 100 years into the future, and ask for guidance from ourselves in the future. So that would be, what's the year? That would be 2115. We're going to start this in next year. So we have 1 year to prepare. So this is the year, as Eva was saying, to prepare, get to know ourselves and everything. And then next year, 2015, well, December 21st, 2015 is when we're going to throw this out there. And I'm still confused. It boggles my mind, so I can't really explain it. But what's going to happen is we're going to send our energy 100 years into the future. They're going to send their knowledge 100 years into our past. So that would be 1915. So they'll send it to 1915. Then in 2016, again, we will send our energy into the future, requesting for them to send knowledge back to us. They'll send it back to 1916. I know it's confusing. I'm going to have a couple of chat sessions. We're going to set up a private chat room on our website where all these numbers could be explained and people can understand it a little bit better. But what we're going to do is we're going to create 3 boxes, 333 members in each box, which will total 333, which is 9. I'm told that we can do it with 333, but our goal is to get 999 members to do that. What we're going to do is, and the names of the people that are going to participate will go in the box. And 100 years from now, the Evolistic Spiritual Center will open up those boxes. And what we're hoping to do is that our souls, as they leave this body, will generate into new bodies. And then by the year 2115, we'll all gather. The 999 will gather for the opening of these boxes. And what's going to be in these boxes is almost like time capsules. The people will send little trinkets to themselves or a message in writing. And I'm going to do it in 3 formats. I'm going to have it on a CD, on a flash drive, and on paper. So when we open it, we have all 3 formats so we could read it. I know it boggles the mind and it's hard to fathom. It's hard to understand. It's coming to me. And like I said, we're going to create a chat room, a private chat room on our site where we can meet once a week and discuss these things and throw all our ideas together.
It's just the interruption.
Yes.
It's the soul energy, right?
It's going to be
it's
right.
Not the physical body energy, but
no,
it's the soul energy.
It's going to be the soul energy. So what'll happen is by the time we reach 2114, which will be 99 years, we'll be ready to jump into 215 and open the 2115 and open those boxes. What's going to happen is that a cycle is going to be completed. 100 years of energy has been sent back to our past. So I don't know if you guys can see it here.
So the number 3 and number 9 is very important.
Right.
In this,
right? So the cycle is going to be, the past 1915, the present 2015, and then the future 2115, 100 years. So 100 years, 100 years. With the cycle, 2015 is going to catch up to 2015. We'll have all that knowledge that was sent will now hit us now in this present time. And then all our knowledge will be going, each year will be getting bigger, 2016, 2017, 2018. So those people that are sending their energy is gonna get stronger. They're gonna awaken a lot faster. By the time, faster. By the time we hit 2115, we'll be fully awakened. And what I'm hoping that will happen, what I'm being told will happen, is something to the effect of I don't know if people have heard of the 100 monkey syndrome, where if enough people gather together on the same project and feel the same and send the same energy, everything will explode and you'll awaken and all the knowledge will come to you. So I know it's hard to understand, and some of you might think I'm a nut, but this is what's coming to me, and this is what we're gonna try to accomplish within the next 100 years.
No, definitely. Okay. I haven't slept for the last 2
so,
just
sorry.
Now the number 3, it really goes. Its fun part is that, Tom's really, his meditation was totally different than my meditation, which you may find it interesting. But the number 3 is very important because, as you know, that the 3 is the basic component of the DNA. It's your lower self, again, yourself and your higher self. It's your past, present, the future, the mother, father, the baby, and so on. Many spiritual, people in the past and so on, even the Nikola Tesla spoke that the number 3 is very, very important. It is the basic component. It's like a secret holder of the spirits and so on. So when we put the 333 together, it would represent your past, your present, and the future. And it all adds up to the number 9. Number 9 is the highest number in our scale as the single number, and it represents the end of the cycle and be ready for the new beginning. For me, it was, when Tom says, okay, it has to be done by the end of the next year, 2015, and in 2115, we're going to open it. And I said, well, the 100 years, that's a long, long time, kind of. I was like, we're not going to be here. But
I just to interrupt, I want to try to do it like in 10 years, so I'm still around to see it. But it kept telling me it has to be 100 years. Yeah. And we added the year 2115. If you add it up, 2 + 1 + 1 + 5 equals 9. So it goes back to that number 9, which is 3 + 3 + 3.
So it was rather interesting. So that's what gave us that affirmation, like, yes, this is it. And it feels very right. And one of the things, we met with Tom a little bit before 2012, and actually Tom was the first time who told me, like, oh my God, are you doing something for the 2012? There's going to be this huge shift. And I was saying, oh, please forget, everybody was dying into 2000, the earth was catching on the fire and so on. There's going to be this big dysfunction. I don't believe even in that stuff. But then, as we get closer together and all it started evolving and all the starseeds started evolving for me personally, we knew that it was a huge shift. I mean, we knew that these guides brought us together to really create something. We didn't know exactly what it was because we just created a little event for the 2012, and that was it, to calm the people down, because we knew that there's no end of the world. We felt it, or we knew it, or that was the information receiving. But now it is. There has to be enough people to get ready. You will guys know this is not for everybody.
This is right. This is not going to be for everybody. The people, once we do the meetings and you see more videos, the people that this is for will find us. The 999 members that are going to participate in this will come. They'll know that it's them. And if it's not you, that's no big deal, because when this happens 100 years from now, it's going to affect all of us. So this is going to open up everybody's eyes. It's just that we need at least the 333 to make it happen. 999 will definitely make it happen.
Definitely.
So
Yeah.
so that's what we're trying for, and we're gonna have a special place for the boxes, and every year we're going to do the YouTube Starseed Birthday like we're doing now, and every year we'll mention the boxes, and we'll send our energy to the boxes. We'll have them out, and everybody can see them, and we'll do it for 100 years. Eva might not be here. I might not be here in this body, but our future souls will, and our children. So generation to generation. So our kids will take it over when we're not here, and it'll keep going. We're going to make it happen. In 100 years, we're going to open these boxes, and we're going to read what we sent to our future selves.
Yes, and as I said, about 11 years ago, I had this vision of, this life dream vision when I saw the community, and I saw myself, and I saw my great-granddaughter. I was thinking, wow, I'm going to be here until I see my great-granddaughter. But it may be just a metaphorically for me to see. And I saw the people walking with a light, and it was kind of darker, and there was this huge gathering. It was like a little village or so on. And I was thinking, oh, it looked like somebody passed away or something happened, but they were happy and joyful. And now, to connecting back with that vision, I could see community, and that is our goal. That is something actually, as I was talking about those ascension symptoms. That is one thing that happened to me personally this summer. Tom was sure in his heart about the community for the many years, for almost the 5 years,
even
before we met together.
To create the community, and it's too hard to have a community and all these people coming. But I have the vision, and we're finally coming down to the point where we're going to create it. As some of you know, we live in Chicago. We're going to move. Our house is up in the market, so we are moving everything to South Carolina. That's what our guides gave us. That's what our guides gave us directions. There's a grid there, and we're trying to find the right grid so we could relocate there. And we're going to build an actual community, not just a house with a big yard where people could come. We're actually going to go to try to build a community where people could visit every year on vacation and stay there a weekend or whatever, get away from the busy cities and everything, and just come there, relax under the stars, meditate, whatever. A couple of other light workers that are on this project with us and everything. And we're going to make it a real community where people could come and just relax and hopefully expand and get bigger and bigger, where people could actually move in and live there and work there, other light workers. And it's going to start from the simple way. As those who know us, we are not rich. We're not rich. We're making it some time, but we're making, the universe helps the ends meet. And we've been blessed to have each other. We've been blessed to have our family and have you guys in our life. And we have a purpose in our mission. We have a purpose to live long. And again, for me, it didn't happen until summer, until I felt like it was my time to leave the body, and then I could see it all before my eyes. I had to take the off from everything, just to take it myself and see, what there's much more to do in this lifetime. This, what I do is not enough. There's more, and the community is needed, and we'll start from the little, from the little tiny speck of something, and it's gonna grow. But we believe in it. We believe that it's gonna happen. We don't know how. We, have to beat many odds yet. We just have to go by faith. We don't know how it's gonna happen, but it's gonna happen, and it's gonna start this year. So hopefully, you'll see the progress. We'll when we move, we'll record it. When we start setting up, we'll record it and we'll put it on YouTube. And Eva's in charge of that. So hopefully, Ethan's going to be in charge of that. You'll see the progress as it expands. And hopefully, within a year or two, we'll have a grand opening where people will be invited to come and participate in it and kick it off and really have a real community. A lot of people talk about, we have to do this, we have to do this, we have to do this, we have to prepare for this, we have to prepare for that. But everybody's just saying we have to. No one's doing it. Let's do it, okay? We're going to find the people. We're going to find the resources. I don't know how, but we're going to find it, and we're going to do it. We're going to make it happen, and we're going to awaken the energy that needs to be awakened so that we could all progress and get away from this troubled world, all this stuff. Even if we have to have like I always explain, the new earth. The new earth is an earth within the earth. It's us. We're the new earth already. It started on 12/21/12. That's when it started. There was a shift. Some of us awakened, and we're see things a little bit clearer. We're starting to focus a little bit more, and now it's time to really do it. Combine our energies and really do it, and get this old earth to shrink where it's really nothing to us, where it doesn't affect our lives, our kids, so they could go to good schools that teach. The schools these days don't teach anything. We need Starseed schools, Starseed teachers, Starseed doctors, Starseed lawyers, and it doesn't have to be healers, We just have to start a community of Starseeds and really take over this earth and fix it the way it's supposed to be fixed.
Please understand, it doesn't mean that we all have to move into one community. These communities are needed all over the world. If it's only that you come and you spend a week in the community and you take the knowledge and from if it's from us or from anybody else, and bring it to your own community, to your own city, to your own work, to everywhere. That's how it's gonna happen, right, Tom?
Right.
That's
yes.
our hope.
So you come, you get the knowledge, and you go and you create your own community.
It's absolutely not a close compound that you can leave.
Right.
Right, Tom?
Right. A lot of religions scare people, that if you don't do what they say, you're going to hell. Not gonna make it to heaven, everything. Not like that. We're not a religion. We don't consider ourselves a religion. We are a spiritual group because we are trying to grow spiritually, but we're more of a way of life, and there's a lot of starseeds out there that feel the same. They feel alone because there's no one they can talk to about their ideas or what they see or what they dream about. Well, now's the time to let it all out. You have us. We have each other, and we're going to start sharing. We're going to start growing together. Okay. I'm going to give this back to Eva, and I'm going to go back into the background, and maybe you'll see me again. But we are
next year, that's where we keep them in the background.
Until next year. But I am going to set up a webcam chat room on our main site where people could come in 24 hours. It'll be 24 hours a day open, and anybody could go in there and chat with each other, meet each other, so time zones won't matter. If you want to set up your own group and meet in the chat room, you're more than welcome to do it. So just keep coming to our website, get our newsletter, evolisticspiritualcenter.com, and apply for our newsletter, and you'll get updates. And I'll let everybody know when the chat room is ready. Okay?
And again, knowing that if you are the one of those who wants to do the jump into the future, who wants to send yourself the messages in the future, you will feel it inside of you. That is why I have talked about the fears today. Put the fears away. Don't feel that you have to do something because everybody else does it. If you feel it, if you know it, you will know it. You will feel that need. It's almost like when you want to study that energy healing, or when you want to become a baker, or when you feel like you have to go to that store to buy something because it's on the sale, right? At the Target. I always feel it. No, joke aside. I love Target. Target's the best. Okay. Anyway.
And I'll be putting up more information on our website. As far as this jump, so starting in January is when we'll start getting people to join this. So think about it. It'll come to you. It'll say, I'm one of those people that needs to be in this. And if you're not, don't worry about it. Okay, everything is for a purpose. So just keep coming to our website, and I'll post things, update everybody. I'll send the newsletter. I'll send everybody that's on our newsletter. We'll also get updates. I'll send special notifications that way and everything. And then when we're ready, we're going to start putting them on the list and everything. And I have to come up with. I'm advised that I should come up with a soul contract, so everybody that participates will have a soul contract, a copy of it, with their number on it, what number they were in line. So all that's coming up. I'm working on it now. So hopefully I'll have it done by January, and then we could get this thing going. We got until December 21st of 2015. So we have a whole year to prepare. So we got to do this right. Okay. All right, guys and girls. I love you all, and you guys take it easy, and I'll go back to the chat room. Bye-bye.
All right. Well, I think we are almost done with our session today. Thank you, Tom.
Okay.
Thank you. So here we go. You hear our project, and this is a huge thing for us. And as I said, as Tom said, he haven't slept over it for quite a while. So this literally works on the same principle as when when whoever knows me and works with me, or you feel that you, when I guide you to send your energy to the past, you have been abused, you send your beautiful light to the past and give yourself an energy hug and give yourself a pat on your back and tell yourself, hey, everything's going to be okay. You're going to be all right. You're going to grow up and you're going to have a great life. And you're going to put this behind you and you're going to do it. So the same goes with this one. With this one, it goes more that our future self send us more information, and intuition is not going to be really, hey, you do this, that, and that's how it is. It's going to be that intuition. But for us, pursue that intuition, we have to work really hard to understand ourselves, body, our own energy. You have to become your true self to be able to utilize the energy information that you are sending to yourself. That is crucial. That is very, very important. Because again, you may live in the most amazing energy zone in the world, but if you are not utilizing your own energy, that energy is just there available. You don't know how to gain from it. So what we're gonna learn is to gain from that energy. So with that, guys, I want to thank you for a great year. You have been amazing. I know some of you for the many years, some of you I met this year, and I am truly grateful. I am grateful for every single one of you. I'm grateful to know you. I feel it so much enrich my life. I know that I don't have a time to communicate with all of you, answer the all emails or the messages, and sometimes it's just a one line back, but I do read your messages and I send the energy when somebody send me, please send me the energy, and I don't even answer. I do send the energy. I just don't have a capability to answer everything. But it is a bliss to be in this life with you. I am so thankful I have chosen to this. Many years back, I was thinking that my energy is just a curse, that is horrible, that is really bad, that is just cannot get better. In the January, I'm gonna turn 40, and I'm looking back in the 10 years when I was turning 30 and I was depressed and I was really in a bad spot in my life. And now I feel like I'm so blessed and I'm great in this part of my life. And I'm just looking forward to what's coming next. And I'm just so excited. So it is because I put the fears aside. As you know, I used to be afraid of everything. I often share that stories, and it is when you put the fears away and you take the leap forward, that's when the thing is going to happen. It is only you who can do it. There is no anybody who can come and give you the attunement. I can speak my language of light as much as I want to you. But if you are not ready to say, hey, I'm ready to take the leap of faith and put the fears away, that is when the truly shift will happen. What happened in between is just the preparation. Is somebody giving you the hand. It's like your mom holding you and propping you that you're gonna walk. But it is that time when you stand on your feet, when you stand straight and tall, and when you says, you know what, I'm grown up. I grow up my spiritual self. I growing up in my soul, and I'm making that space bigger so my all-soul energy can come. Our also energy cannot come really at one time because it will overwhelm us. It will overwhelm your nervous system or your knowledge and everything. But when it comes in this huge shift and the parts, it is an amazing feeling. And then you get a little bit like, whoa, I'm going to share all this with you. It often happens to me that I jump from the one message to the another because I want to share with you with everything that I know, and hope that maybe there will be something that you find in it that's going to encourage you on your journey, that's going to encourage you. Everybody who listens to this message is a leader, is a spiritual worker. It is somebody who is needed here to be in this world. You are the one who others will listen, who others will come to, whatever, for the healing, for the advice, or for your professional part of your life that you are doing, what you offer whenever it's the doctor, librarian, teacher, and so on. You share your energy with your dignity, and you carry yourself, in that great life, and you're gonna make a effect, when you will look back at your 10 years back and you says, wow, what I have done. You may not see it in one day. You may not see that effect, to looking back and says, well, I still have done this. I don't really see a huge difference. But when you look at the years back, and you see how the people grew along your side, when you see how they grew, how you grew, it is amazing. One last thing I want to look at, when you change and when you really take that leap forward, when you decided to be yourself, you may feel like you have hurt the people on your path. And I have. I acknowledge that, when I divorced and left the people that I know and so on, I know it hurt them. But I knew that with them, that it was time for me to go, that I would just stay in the stagnant place. I would just stay in the place that had no future for me as I could see it, and I wanted to be different, and these people wanted me to be different, and I did it, and it took a few years, and it's okay. You know, it is okay to change yourself for yourself. It is okay to be unselfish. I would not call my change to be selfish. It was unselfish, and it was okay. So when you look back and you just send a love to those that you feel that, you know, have been harmed or hurt emotionally, and you release it and you let it go, and you know that your impact on your life and the others is greater than that little hurdle that have been done. So keep progressing, believe in yourself. When you believe in yourself, you can do amazing things. When you can believe yourself, you just climb the top of the mountain. You can manifest, you can send the love, you can find the one that you are searching and looking for. You are the one who changed this world only when you believe in yourself. So if we will look 100 years back from now and we says, well, what was the greatest message we could give ourselves? And we says, believe in yourself. Perhaps that's the message. And we look and we says, wow, that was so simple. We know how to believe in ourselves in a very healthy way. I mean, without the ego immersed way. And that it was the believing and taking the leap of the faith. That's the beginning of the great next 100 years that's supposed to come. So with that, I wish you all a wonderful holiday, whatever it is that you celebrate, whether it's the Christmas, a Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, or what I didn't name. Have a wonderful, wonderful holiday season. Holiday is about coming together, spending the time with your family, with another, whenever it's to watch the movie, play the game, to make the cookies together, share the wonderful meal, share with the others that may not be as fortunate as you are. And celebrate the new year, celebrate yourself. Instead of drinking and getting away from yourself. If you drink and get close to yourself. And it's kind of funny, I don't drink, but the talk of it, but get to yourself, be yourself. And I hope that when we sit here by the next year, we all feel very empowered and look at back the year and says, you know what? I overcome a lot and I became myself. I was not afraid to die and be here again. Don't be afraid to die. If you do it right, you will spiritually die, hopefully several times in this lifetime. If you need assistance, please, let me know. Or there are many spiritual people that do know. Look at the 7-day light initiation that I have channeled and so on. There is assistance up there to die spiritually and stay in your physical body and get on the new path. So I love you guys. I'm sending you my love from my heart to yours, and I hope to see many of you, and I hope to looking back in the 100 years from now and looking back and says, you know what, you did well, guys. I'm proud for every single one of you, and I'm proud to be here and sharing my energy with you. So I love you, and you have a wonderful, wonderful holiday. Bye-bye.